Welcome back, guys, to me in my uncomfortable chair. Oh, I hope I'm not sliding away slowly out of the frame. Anyway, hi, welcome back. How are you doing? So today I'm finally doing a long overdue and very requested video about how I edit my Instagram photos. So specifically the photos that I post on my feed, because if you have noticed and if you follow me on Instagram, then you've seen that my story posts the aesthetic a little bit and the color is different than my feed. My feed has feeds aesthetic has been pretty much the same a long time, and I just like it that way. That's sort of my signature aesthetic, where the colors are very desaturated. The background is mostly like white, and then we have like little gray or black sort of accents. And then I've also started sort of mixing in black and white photos because I just love the balance between like a lighter and a brighter photo and then a black and white photo which is significantly darker. So that's my whole aesthetic. Today I'll be showing you how I do that, how I specifically edit the lighter photos. Does that make sense? I feel like I'm saying words but they don't really mean anything. So specifically the photos that are desaturated, and a lot of you wanted to see how I do that, so I'll be sharing all of the things that I do to my photos here today. Note, I did make a video like this a long time ago, but I think it's kind of outdated, even though some of the things I did do in that video I still do today. But I found some new apps that I can use in case I want to spice the photo up or something, so I'll do that. And if you want me to do another video on how I do my black and white photos, video on how I do my story editing, so I can do that as well. But this one was the most requested, so enough with the babbling, I can get straight into it. Damn, I just filmed the whole editing process and everything. I talked to you all through it, but for some reason my phone didn't record the process, so I'm just gonna go through it once again. So bear with me, guys. We're gonna be editing this photo and I'm gonna show you how to get it from this to this. So first of all, I recommend you to crop the image already to the Instagram post size, which is 8x10 or 4x5 if I'm not mistaken, because if you don't do that and your image is slightly bigger than the Instagram post size, Instagram will automatically kind of crop it, but with that, it will also lose some quality and some details. So since Instagram is already messing with our pictures, try to prepare the image as much as possible so you don't lose any valuable details. So with that said, we can go into the first app. So I generally use 3 apps for photo editing on my phone. I also oftentimes just edit photos on my computer, but for the sake of this video, I'll show you how to do it on my phone. All of the apps I'm using are free, but they also all have available premium versions, and I'll talk about that later. But yeah, you can edit the photo like this one for completely free, don't worry. So first of all, I open up Lightroom. That's my first app I go to. My phone's being weird, I don't know why, but when I enter an app, it just stops recording. So we import our photo into Lightroom, and it depends. Sometimes I don't use Lightroom and I only use a Snapseed and ViscoCam, but for the sake of this video, I'll show you the steps I sometimes go through. So I start off by tweaking the light. I just like to make the photo a little bit brighter so it's not that dark, add a little bit of contrast, bump up the highlights. And I don't have any specific steps that I follow, any golden ratio that I have. Like, it just sort of developed through time and I just do these things, and it also depends on every single photo because every single photo is a little bit different, like the lighting and everything. But I try to do everything to make them match my aesthetic, and so that's why I'm showing you this. Yeah, the shadows, I tweak them kind of up so the photo isn't that dark. Tweak the brightness, no, not the brightness, the whites and the blacks, something like this. Then we go into color, which is my favorite feature about Lightroom. So first of all, I just take the vibrance down a little bit and the saturation. Not too much, just a little bit. When you press on the mix, it opens up this brilliant thing where you can sort of isolate a color and then either saturate it or desaturate it. What I love about this is that you can just basically take off any unwanted colors, and this works really well when I have taken a picture in a really yellow room, and so then I can take the yellow or the orange tones completely out and it won't mess with anything else. But for this specific reason, like I want to take off the brown counter color, and when I do that, it also takes my skin color away, because my skin color obviously has a little bit of orange tones, which is natural. So I just tweak it down a little bit, and for this reason, that's why we will be going into Snapseed. I thought someone was opening the door. Anyway, then we also tweak some yellows down, and we go into the red because my t-shirt has a little bit of red on it, and so we can tweak that up. Not too much so it doesn't, I don't know, impair anything around. So yeah, we do that. So then we can also go into details, add a little bit of sharpening if that's necessary, and then for this right here, we are done. You can hold on the image and it's gonna show you what it looked like before, and this is the after. So nothing much, we just tweaked some slight details. Then just export it to your camera roll. And now we're gonna go into Snapseed. Here I have imported my picture into Snapseed, and so sometimes if I don't use Lightroom, I just tweak the brightness and everything in here so it has the same features like brightness and everything. Maybe we can add a little bit of more brightness. I just go with the flow, and maybe we can add a little bit of ambiance so it appears even brighter like this. So the feature that I love about this app the most is the brush tool, especially the saturation one. So you can either add saturation or desaturate something just with the brush tool. Like you can select a specific area. So I will start off by going to -5 saturation, and then I press this little eye at the bottom, because when you press the eye, you will see which area you have already affected. So I just go pretty much all over the image like so, and I'll just delete the unwanted areas later. So just kind of go all over like this, and then when you turn off the eye tool, you can see what it sort of looks like. So like this. And now with the little arrows at the bottom, I go to eraser, and then I just go in and start erasing all of the unwanted areas, which can take some time. On a computer, it's a little bit faster and a little bit more easier. But yeah, for the sake of this video, we're doing this with a finger, which means my precision isn't as good as it would have been if I would be doing this on a computer, but whatever. So now that this is done, I go to +5 saturation, and I just add a little bit of saturation to the red flames that are on my t-shirt, so it doesn't look that unnatural. Something like that. So I think this is looking pretty good. Another thing I really like about this app is the healing tool, which I'm not gonna use now because there's nothing really I wanna kind of heal. But it takes off unwanted like little specks and blemishes, which I use when I have like a picture with my face in it, like to take off some pimples and stuff like that. I'm not gonna use the healing tool, but it's there, which is nice. I like it. Then you just press export, and I just save it, which saves it saves with changes that you can undo. So it just saves on top of the already existing photo, which I'm fine with. You allow your phone to modify it, and yeah. Then you can go into ViscoCam. This is where the filter situation happens. So you just open it up, press edit. Sorry, my tea break. So I have the ViscoCam app bought as a premium. I pay yearly for it, and for me it's like really, really worth it, because then you can also then edit videos and have videos with filters and everything. But you can also do all of this that I'm gonna show you right now for free, so don't worry. So I have already saved presets of filters that I've done and used. This one is my Instagram feed filter, which I need to update because it's just too crazy right now. So, but I'm gonna walk you through it since you don't have the preset. So I use this SE3 filter, and I will have it at 6.6 because I don't want it, that harsh. Or 6.3, that'll be good. And then we go into the edit. So I already have, since I have it pre-saved, it already has like set exposure and everything set, but we're gonna take the exposure down a little bit because we already added a lot of exposure. So contrast, I'm also gonna bring it way down to like, 0.5, that'll be good. Sharpen, also I don't need it that sharpened. We're just gonna have it at 2.34, something like that. And the saturation, also gonna turn it a little bit back up, like minus 0.54, something like that, because we already took down so much saturation, we don't need to take it more down, just a little bit. And the white balance, I remember, I have this. Just have it on zeros because we don't want it to have a blue tint or anything. And that's pretty much it. So you can go ahead, save it to your camera roll. Here we have it. So this is the previous photo and this is the current photo. I think we did a great job. So I hope this video isn't a complete flop since my my phone was not cooperating. But yeah, so this is how I edit my Instagram feed photos. I don't know if it was helpful or not. Let me know in the comments. Also, let me know in the comments if you want more videos like this where I can show you how I edit my Instagram story photos and all that. I can definitely do a video on that as well. But for this is it. Yeah, there's nothing more much to it. Just go ahead and post that photo and that's it. So yeah, if you did like this video, please leave me a like, subscribe, and I'll see you very soon in one of my next videos. Bye guys!